The phone trembled in my hand, its cold glass biting into my palm as her words sliced through the static. "You're not sleeping with me tonight. I'm not coming home." The air in our cramped apartment soured instantly, like milk left too long in the fridge. I froze in the kitchen, the hum of the flickering fluorescent bulb drilling into my skull. My own reflection stared back from the blackened window, hollow eyes, clenched jaw, a man unraveling. The clock ticked past midnight, each second hammering into my chest. Where was she? Why did her voice drip venom like that? I sank into a chair, its wood creaking beneath me, replaying her words, searching for clues in their jagged edges. 7 years. Lena and I had built 7 years together, coffee mugs, late-night laughter, promises whispered under starlit skies. But lately, her smiles had grown thin. Her eyes darted when I asked about her day. I blamed stress. The new job at the law firm. Long hours. Endless meetings. I ignored the lipstick stain on her collar last week. Ignored the strange musk of unfamiliar cologne clinging to her coat. Rationalizations came easy. She was busy. Distracted. Not herself. But now her voice echoed sharp and final, and those ignored signs screamed like sirens. I dialed again. Voicemail. The robotic greeting mocked me, her name sounding foreign, lifeless. My thumb hovered over redial, but instead I opened her texts. The last one she sent, 6:43 p.m. running late. Don't wait up. Scrolling, searching, there it was. A missed call from an unknown number. A vague text from someone named Chris. Meet me at 8. At the time, I brushed it off as a coworker. Now it burned in my vision like acid. The apartment walls closed in. I grabbed my keys, my coat, and stumbled into the night. The city pulsed neon and noise, horns blaring, sirens wailing. My breath fogged in the November chill as my mind churned. The locked phone. The late nights. The way she flinched when I touched her shoulder yesterday, her body wound tight like a spring. My feet carried me to the Blue Haven, a dive bar she'd once mentioned in passing. Its flickering sign cast sickly light onto cracked pavement. I didn't know why I was there. Instinct, maybe. I pushed the door open. Smoke and cheap whiskey clung to the air. A handful of strangers hunched over their drinks. I scanned. My heart pounded like a drum in my throat. She wasn't there, of course not. I turned to leave. Then I heard it. A laugh. Low. Throaty. Hers. It cut through the noise like a blade. My legs moved before thought caught up, each step heavier than the last. I pulled back a sagging curtain and froze. Lena. Her dark hair spilling over her shoulders, her hand resting on another man's arm. He was lean, sharp-jawed. His smile too easy, too intimate. Her lips curved in a way I hadn't seen in months. Lena. My voice cracked. Her head snapped up. Eyes wide. Color drained. Mark, she whispered, torn between guilt and defiance. The man beside her straightened, his hand slipping off hers like a snake retreating. What's this? My voice shook, rising with a rage I didn't know I had. The room shrank. The other patrons blurred. It's not what you think, she blurted, too fast. Her wedding ring glinted cruelly under the dim light. Then what is it? I stepped closer, fists tight. You said you weren't coming home. You said it yourself. Chris stood, his chair scraping. Hey, man, calm down. We're just talking. Talking. I spat. My eyes drilled into Lena. Is that why you've been lying? Locking your phone? Coming home late? Reeking of him. Her lips parted. No words came. Her silence screamed louder than any confession. Finally, I didn't mean for this to happen, she whispered. It just did. The words hit like a punch, knocking the air from me. How long? My throat scraped raw. How long have you been sneaking around? She looked away. Fingers twisted a napkin to shreds. A few months, she said. Months. Not days. Not weeks. Months of lies. Of stolen nights while I sat home making dinners she never ate. Planning a future she'd already abandoned. Why? I asked, voice breaking. Was I not enough? Did I do something wrong? It's not about you, she cried, tears spilling. It's me. The job, the pressure, I got lost. And he helped you handle it? I snapped, glaring at Chris, who froze like prey. Don't, she shot back, sharper. This isn't about him. It's about us. About how we stopped talking. Stopped seeing each other. I laughed bitterly. So this is my fault? I pushed you into his arms. No, she sobbed. I was weak. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake. I wanted to rage, to demand answers, to tear the room apart. Instead, I stared at her, the woman I loved, now just a stranger in her skin. Noise crept back. Clinking glasses. Murmured voices. A jukebox humming. Life marched on. My world shattered. Chris cleared his throat. I should go, he muttered, slipping on his jacket. He slid past me, his shoulder brushing mine. I clenched but didn't move. Lena didn't stop him. She stood, trembling. Mark, can we talk? Really talk. Talk. My voice was hollow. What's left? You've already chosen. She reached for me. I stepped back. The space between us stretched into a canyon. I don't know what I want, she whispered. But I hurt you. And I hate myself for it. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the image of her hand on his arm seared itself into me. I turned and walked out. Cold night air slapped my face. The city pulsed, indifferent. Back at the apartment, my key scraped the lock too loud in the silence. Her scent lingered, lavender and lies. I sat on the couch, staring at our honeymoon photo. Us on a beach, laughing, her arms wrapped around me, sun sinking behind us. My thumb traced her smile. Could I forgive her? Could trust rise from ashes? The questions clawed, unanswered. Then, my phone buzzed. A text. I'm coming home. We need to face this together. My chest tightened. Hope. Fear. Anger. All tangled. The door creaked open. There she was, red-eyed, coat clutched. Mark, she whispered. I stood. Heart pounding. Not knowing whether to hold her close or let her go forever. The truth hung heavy, sharp, unforgiving. And I knew nothing would ever be the same.